All right. We are live. It feels like it's been a long time. I've grown a beard in the amount of time we've been gone. It's been absolutely crazy. How is everybody doing? Very excited to be here tonight. Very excited to be back. Very excited for you to be back. You were under the weather last week. I was out of the state. I was on my way to Dallas, Texas when the stream was supposed to be live last week. So I missed it. And you were under the weather. It is what it is. We don't look to the past. We look to now. We're here now. And I'm very excited to be here. I'm not excited about what I have to talk about, though, because I got a couple things that have to be talked about today. You thought that the title of this stream was clickbait, but it is not. It is absolutely not. It's real. Well, part of it is. But I want to give you an opportunity to say whatever you want to say before I take over, because it might be a few minutes.
Well, for one, I want to say hello to everybody that is here, and thank you for spending your Thursday night with us, because there are a lot of other things you could be doing besides being here. And Science Gal Aquatics it says, welcome to Fry. I thought you were already a member. That's interesting. But because she's got bubbles. Yeah, but thank you.
Oh, yeah, she that just means she re-upped during the stream. Like, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Carrie.
Yeah.
Donna Horton, member for 8 months. Hi, John and Lisa. My Oscar killed my Playco, but he has been jumping a lot. Also been a picky eater. Oh, man, I'm really sorry to hear that, Donna. That's so sad.
Sometimes they turn out to be jerks. Not a whole lot you can do about that.
That's terrible. Enrico Stan with the $5 super chat. Sorry, this $5 bill is a little moist. It was my emergency $5, so I kept it in a special place. I think that was meant for you to read, John. I think he did that on purpose. Thank you, Rico.
Thanks, Rico.
And Hope Mud Jones, a member for 11 months. Thanks for being here, Hope.
And of course,
Bardsdale Goldens.
you missed Alexander.
Member for 2 months. What?
You missed
Alexander
Engelhart.
Skipped. It skipped on me.
He
This
gifted
is why.
20 KG Tropicals
Oh my gosh.
memberships.
I had... So
This
sorry.
guy.
Thank you, Alexander. That's so super awesome. And we have a whole bunch of members now. Thank you.
That's very cool.
Did
Alexander,
I
come on,
skip
dude.
anybody
You're
else?
too much.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I feel terrible. But
All
thank
right.
you again for being here, everybody.
Yes,
John,
thank
would
you.
like to-
We have to start this off today with something that is very serious. I know I sometimes pretend like things are serious and they're not. I'll be doing that in a few minutes. But this first thing is real. This is 100% real. I just got done talking with the channel members about this. We did a members only stream before this, which is what we do every single week. All 20 of those new members that Alexander just gifted, you can come by next week and hang out with us. We talked about this there. And I actually misspoke, and I didn't mean to. But here's the deal. And this is real, folks. A couple of weeks ago, I watched a video by a YouTube channel that I like a lot. The channel name is Ed Ricker. In the members only stream, I said it was Gerald Undone. Very similar channels. I was mistaken there. It was Ed Ricker that made this video. And he was talking about a particular scam that is happening on YouTube right now, where people are replying to comments as the YouTuber. Basically, what it would look like is this. You put up a comment on one of our videos. I don't think it works on live streams, but you put up a comment on one of our videos, and then you would get a reply that says, I just had it up on the screen. I was thinking about screenshotting it, but it would look really weird. It would say, text me on Telegram at KG Tropicals. Okay, that's what this guy was talking about. But his say Ed Ricker. And what it is it says, you've won this fantastic award. You're going to have a big box that shows up to your house that says Fragile on it. I used that joke in the members only stream too. I don't know how well it went over, but of course I'm going to include a Christmas Story reference. But they're basically saying you've won this major award. text me on Telegram, whatever Telegram is, and you will get your reward. And what they do is when you text this person on Telegram, they will then say, you won this award. It's a super special thing, but it has to come from overseas. And so I'm going to need you to pay shipping on that. Shipping is $150. You think you're talking to that creator. So you're like, well, this makes sense. I'll do this. I'll send them the $150. And then you never hear from that person ever again. This is a scammer that's doing this. It's not the creator that you think you're talking to. This is somebody that's created an account, used the same avatar, and led you to believe that they are that creator, but they are in fact an imposter sitting in their mom's basement, probably eating Cheerios and laughing their way all the way to the bank. So do not fall for this. After I saw that, I was like, whew, got to keep an eye on things because wouldn't want that to happen to our subscribers. And then it did. I guess it's a sign that your channel's doing well when you start getting scammers that show up in the comment section. We had that happen on our very next video that we put up. And I made a mistake. It's not a mistake, but I immediately blocked this person and deleted all of the comments that were associated with that channel. But it was the exact same thing. It said, text me on Telegram at KG Tropicals. And it had our avatar on it. It looked like it was us texting these people or commenting to these people. I hope nobody fell for that. I hope I got to them fast enough. If you ever see anything like that on any YouTube channel, do not respond to that person. You should know better by now. I know that. But there are people that fall for it all the time. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. If it didn't work, they wouldn't do it. But this is something, it happens all across the internet. It happens on Facebook. It happens on YouTube. It happens everywhere. People are always looking for opportunities to scam you out of your money while they sit there in their tighty-whities eating Pop-Tarts. It drives me crazy, but it's there. It happens.
Cheerios and Pop-Tarts, huh?
I don't know why I said Pop-Tarts that time. Usually I say Captain Crunch or Cheerios or something. But Pop-Tarts sounded right in that example. But no, this is a serious thing. Be on the lookout for that. Do not fall for it anywhere, ever, on anything. I can't
Unless
speak.
You want to have fun with it and go back and forth with them. Like, so what did I win?
And waste so much of their time. Yes, I
Give
highly
them
encourage you to do
the
that.
wrong phone number, like to a
Police department.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. That's probably bad.
Hey,
All of it's bad, but you don't want to tie up 911. That's for sure. But yeah, just have fun with it. Go back and forth with them and give them all kinds of wrong information.
Yeah, I mean, I encourage you to mess with them and waste a bunch of their time, but I do not want any of you to fall for this nonsense. It's out there. And I mean, we've had some things happen with us. There's somebody right now that's using all of my pictures and pictures of me with my grandson and pictures of you and pictures of only our grandson. It's wild what people will do. And that guy, I mean, he's stolen our pictures, but he hasn't gotten us into any trouble or anything like that yet. But,
oh my gosh, I would knock on wood.
Yeah.
I did see that he had a lot of people saying stuff in there like DM me and stuff like that. Like people that really are scammers.
Yeah, it's madness. I mean, just now, you're never, ever, ever going to randomly win a contest online. You just have to keep that in mind. There's never going to be hey, guess what? You've been selected. It doesn't work that way. Anytime you get emails like that, if you get messages like that on your YouTube videos, just don't fall for it. Don't do it. Because it's always a scammer. They're out there. They're everywhere. It is a huge problem. Now let's address the other drama. This might be where you want to kick back a little bit and
let me check my
relax a
Let
little.
me check my Facebook page.
This might take me a few minutes, folks.
Yeah.
because there's some serious drama that's happening right now. There is slander, there's lies, there is all kinds of defamation that's happening right now. And I'm entertaining the idea of, pursuing maybe, a lawsuit, perhaps, because it's gotten completely out of control. I have to tell you all of the events that happened, and I have to tell you what actually happened rather than the lies that are being spread around YouTube right now, which are defaming me. And here we go. Look at this.
You should answer it. His number's not up, is it?
No.
Is
See
that
what's
that
happening
picture
right
of
now?
Guy?
You see who's calling me right now? Because he knows what's about to happen. He knows it's getting ready to get ugly.
Yeah, you might want to call me instead.
So, Aquachella was this past weekend. And it was an amazing time. We had so much fun. Anybody that was there, that came up and said hi to me or attended my talk, I'm just going to keep sending you a voicemail, Bob, because you're not doing this. Because this is a real thing that's happening right now. It was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I really did have a great time. Extraordinarily busy. It was so busy. But that was great. I mean, it was a lot of fun. They sold the more tickets to this event than any other event ever in Aquachella's history. So it was an amazing success. It was wonderful. Saturday, of course, being the busier of the 2 days. And he's trying to stop what's about to happen. Because he just said in the comments, John is the best ping pong player ever.
Oh, that might be one of those scam people
Could be.
trying to say there's
Message him on Telegram and see if you've won the major award. So we were hanging out on Saturday. Bob Steenfott, my good friend from the Seattle area, showed up to Aquachella, which was a humongous surprise for all of us, including me. Even though he told me he was going to be there, I didn't believe him because it's Bob. And I love the guy, but you never really know when you can take him seriously. You never know when he's telling the truth. And so he told me he was going to be there. I didn't believe him until I actually saw him with my own eyes. If you say anything else, it's all lies. If he says anything else. So I'm going to stop looking at the chat now. So we were doing our thing on Saturday, and I heard that the dinner that happens on Saturday nights, we always do a dinner on Saturday nights. It's hosted by Aquachella. It's usually a very, very nice dinner and a lot of fun. I heard that it was at the same place that it was last year. And so I told my dearest friend, Bob Steenfott, I said, hey, listen, dude, they're doing it at the same place they did last year. And guess what? There is a table tennis. I don't insult the sport by calling it ping pong. I said there is a table tennis table on the second floor of this brewery where they're doing the dinner. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're interested. And the reason why I said that to him is because Bob is somebody that talks constantly about how good he is at ping pong. I guess I'm going to go ahead and lower myself to calling it ping pong just because it makes it easier for the conversation. He's always talking about it on his live streams. He always talks about how he goes and he dominates everyone that shows up at Corey's studio. I believe Corey has sung his praises also. Corey's not a trash talker, at least not publicly. But Corey praises Bob for his advanced ping pong. He insults it by calling it ping pong, but it's his advanced ping pong skills. And so I knew that, and you know, I've played a little.
Weren't there other people too that were saying Bob did really good, like
Zenzo and yeah, pretty much everybody on the aquarium co-op crew has told
West
stories
Coast.
of how good
Yeah.
Bob is. And yeah, I've played a little in the past, a lot actually. It's a sport that I take very seriously and I'm very passionate about.
And I taught you everything you knew.
Yeah, we can say that if you'd like, but I've played in leagues in the past, way back. I mean, I'm talking like 20 years ago.
Oh, I thought that was cornhole.
No, I've done that too.
The trophy
but-
you got.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Right.
But Bob says, "Is this a fish channel?" He must have been in the member stream. He heard all of that.
Yeah. I told you he was a member.
So, well, yeah, I can see it. His name is green there. He's got bubbles, so he's been around for a while. So he was lurking in the member stream. He told me he's saying I'm changing my story, but it's only because I just told an abbreviated version of this to the members. So I told him that there was the ping pong table there, and I did notice maybe a little bit of a change in his demeanor when I said that, almost like he thought, they're gonna find out, You know what I mean? But I don't know. Who knows? You never really know how to read Bob. He's a difficult individual to read. So, long story short, long story even longer. We went to the event, had a wonderful dinner. It was glorious, just as good as it was last year.
Did they have the macaroni and cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the best.
Texas barbecue. I mean, there's not many things better than that. It was glorious, and we ate our dinner right next to the table where the ping pong would be played.
Like last year.
Yep, exactly. I sat in the exact same seat as I did last year, staring at the picture of that Dallas Cowboy, who I still don't know the name of. So when we're done, we're like, okay, let's go. Let's play. Let's see what happens here. And so we started playing, and immediately there was a problem. Anybody that has ever played this game knows that there is a rule to the serve. You have to show the ball to your opponent, and the ball has to be in the air prior to the serve. It's standard play. Everybody knows that. It's no different than tennis, except you're not throwing it 18 feet up in the air. You're just tossing it, and then you serve. Well, Bob didn't do that. Bob's style of serve was one of these deals. Basically, sorry dogs, scared my dogs. Basically, put the ball in your hand and smack it with the paddle out of your hands. They call them paddles. They're called rackets. But again, I'm going to lower myself to use their terms, not the audience, but Steenfott's terms.
Call it a paddle too.
Everybody calls it a paddle. They're rackets. So you don't hit the ball out of your hands. You have to throw it in the air. But he was doing it. And the reason why you can't do that is because it puts excessive spin on the ball and makes the ball go like this in the air, which you're fully able to do during the volley, but you cannot serve that way. Bob knows this, but he chose to serve it his way to give himself an unfair advantage, because I think he already felt intimidated just by my athleticism that I showed almost immediately when we started playing. And because he was using this technique, cheating, I immediately said, we cannot have this.
I can't read chat.
We cannot have this. This is unacceptable. This is not how you play the game. You have to serve the way the ball has to be served. It has to be done this way, because otherwise it's cheating. Bob immediately, I could tell there was a change in him. He didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that I was basically calling him out for cheating. Nobody likes to be called a cheater, but when you're blatantly cheating, you have to be called out. And I had no choice but to do that. And I said, listen, you need to start serving that right. You know you're doing the wrong thing. And he started serving it the right way. And that's when the game changed. That's when things really became a lot more competitive. And I will say, it was a very, very close, very good game once I took away his unfair advantage. Because that, you just have to do it that way. There was another thing that he complained about. I've played this game for 40 years. Not every day, come on. But I've played this game for a long time, and I've never played a game where it's not alternating serves every 5 serves. Now, I don't know how you play. I don't know how anybody plays. That's the way I've always played it. In league play, it was that way. Everywhere I've ever played, it's always been that way. They didn't like that. He didn't like that. Bob didn't like that at all. He's used to whoever scores gets the serve, which is ridiculous. Maybe they play that way in the Olympics, but
I thought that's how you played.
I've never, alternating every 5 serves?
No, if you win it, you serve it, right?
Each volley?
That's what I thought.
I've never played it that way. So my wife's with you on that, Bob.
No, that's just what I thought. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
There's more than one way to play. What I'm telling you is I've always played.
Just ignore me. I don't know.
Where you alternate between the two. 5 serves me, 5 serves Bob, 5 serves. He didn't like that.
But isn't that how you play volleyball too?
I don't know.
Forget it.
I'm talking about a very serious
sorry.
sport here. Okay.
Sorry.
It's very big, controversial.
I don't even know why I'm here.
Getting me off track.
Sorry.
So don't be mean. It's very serious to me. I'm offended by this.
Okay.
So he didn't like that. He didn't like that I took away his unfair advantage on the serve. The game was not going the way he wanted it to go. And so the complaints started. And it was pretty much nonstop. It was the constant, the table's bad, the net's crooked, the paddles, which, come on, they're rackets, but the paddles are gnarly and they're not good. Every excuse possible. And really what was happening is he was making a long list of excuses because he is just not used to playing a superior athlete to him. Now, I'm not criticizing Corey or Zenzo. Look at me and look at Zenzo. Who's a better athlete? Come on. But when it came to that game right there, he wasn't used to facing that kind of athleticism. He wasn't expecting this body to be able to get around, because I'm all over the place. I don't mess around with that game. I'll dive. I'll go over the table. I'll go wherever I've got to go. I'm sending that ball back to you. That's what's going to happen. And he wasn't used to that. He was expecting me to be a pushover, just fall all over myself. And I think he was a bit surprised. And I think at the end, when the score was 21-19, my victory, I think he was pissed. He was very upset, because he looked at me as somebody that he could just roll over. And what he found was that I was way more the athlete than he ever expected me to be. He did in his just barrage of lies and untrue storytelling on Monday night on his live stream. He never said John's a good ping pong player.
No.
He said John's a better player than I thought he would be.
That's good.
So
that's positive, at least, right?
Well, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. John's a better player than I thought he would be. Well, how would you have known? Are there videos of me out there playing? How do you even know that I wasn't going to be a good player? And I don't call myself a good player. After the match, and after Bob walked away in defeat, the entire thing just got worse. It was a nonstop complaints, excuses. The table is crooked. The table's wobbly. The paddles are bad. The net's crooked. All of this nonsense. You don't play to 21. We play to 11. I guess Bob doesn't have the athletic stamina to be able to go to 21. He has to stop at 11. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it was a nonstop siege of complaints. Now, after that,
Did the ping pong ball at least have a picture of a fish on it?
no,
Oh,
it didn't.
okay.
After all of that happened, Corey got there.
Mm.
And now Corey talks a lot about how he enjoys playing the game of ping pong, again, table tennis. I take it seriously. I don't want to insult it by calling it something that sounds like a child's game. Corey talks a lot about it, but he doesn't brag. He doesn't, he doesn't trash talk. But it was like, hey, I got the table because I won. Corey, do you want to play? Yeah, sure. And
You won because you beat Bob? So you had the table?
I was victorious against Bob.
Oh, so you had the table because you were the winner, and then you played Corey.
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
The winner stays on. The loser has to go away.
Oh, and keep score. Right?
Well, if you're Bob Steenfott, you go away and you just complain and whine and growl and all of this nonsense. Corey and I played. The results were very similar. Corey's a good player. Bob's a good player. But Corey follows the rules, for one. I didn't hear any complaints out of Corey during the match. He did complain afterwards, not the way Bob was. It wasn't I'm making an excuse. I would have played better. It was more like, yeah, those paddles suck. And they do. It's true. The rackets did suck. They were terrible. But there was not a bunch of complaining. And what the interesting thing is, after the match and Corey was also defeated, he did what a sportsman is supposed to do. He came to the other side, to my side of the table, and we shook hands, and he said, "Good game." That's how you do it. When you play a sport, I don't care what it is. When you lose, you shake your opponent's hand and you say, "Hey, good job. Way to go." Unless you're a baby. But I respected that about Corey a lot. And then he sat down next to Bob, not because it was like the loser's bench or anything, but because that's just where there was a spot, and he went and sat down there. And then another guy came up, and he was from a really cool booth. The name of their business does escape me, but they had a really cool booth there at Aquachella, and they were wearing jerseys, and they were Green Bay Packers colors.
Oh, cool.
Green and well, they were green and yellow. I guess Green Bay Packers is more of a gold. I don't know. Who cares about Green Bay Packers?
Yeah. I like them.
He came up and he wanted to play. And again, the table was mine. The table belonged to me because I was victorious. Right. And
Your
I
name
played
was
him.
all over it at this point.
And the results again were the same. This guy was a good player. This guy served the same way Bob was serving, the illegal way.
You had to tell him.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
And the reason why I didn't is because I didn't know this guy. Never seen this guy before a day in my life. I'm not going to be like, "Hey, you're a big cheater." I don't know this guy. He could have pulled a gun on me and took me out. We were in Texas. I mean, I didn't know. So I just let him do his thing. And there was another thing. There was another angle to it here, though, folks, because Bob was making the excuse, and he made the excuse on his live stream, and he will say it again tonight, that if he was able to serve the way he wanted to serve, that he would have won, because he developed a lead on me when he was serving that way. It's true. He got a lead on me. And when I made him start serving properly, I was able to come back and defeat him. This guy was serving that way, and I didn't correct him on it, and Bob was not happy about that. I didn't want to call this guy out that I don't know, but I also wanted to show, hey, I can beat you either way. I can play somebody that's cheating. It doesn't really matter to me. And so it kind of proved the point. And I did also walk away victorious from that. I was undefeated for the entire evening.
Wow.
And
I feel like next year you're going to want to go into this with like a little miniature case that opens up with your own little paddles in there.
I might. When you open it up, the music
special
sings.
Ones.
When you open it
like
up.
people have for their pool sticks. Yeah.
Maybe like a children's choir singing when we open it up. Yeah, make a big
I feel like
spectacle
all
out
of you all are going to end up doing that. It's going to be this great big thing. Everybody's going to come in with their special paddles.
Like Bill Murray taking the bowling ball out in Kingpin, something like that. Yeah, we may end up doing that. But
I'll come in with my black and white checkered shirt on, be the referee.
So, you know what? Listen, we got to start talking about fish here. We're 30 minutes into this already, but I enjoyed myself that night. It was fun. It would have been fun if I had lost too. And if I had lost to any of those individuals, I would have handled it more like Corey McElroy did. Hey, good job. Didn't have to do that night at all, not even once. So I don't really know what that's like, but I think the biggest thing that needs to be taken from this, okay, because this drama's not over. You will hear more of this, I promise you, because, this is the kind of thing where one YouTuber says something and then the other one responds and then the other one has to respond to that response and then it just keeps on going. And the one thing that Bob is going to say is he's going to say, listen, the table was trash. The paddles were trash. The ball was trash. The venue was trash. Everything was trash. It was all horrible. It was terrible. And all I'm going to say to you is this. I had to play on the same table. I had to use the same paddles. That's the mic drop. I didn't complain. I was able to defeat all of my opponents with inferior equipment. What does that tell you? I'm able to adapt. I have the athleticism and the sportsmanship to be able to adapt to my surroundings and work with the equipment that I have in front of me. And I'm able to walk away victorious.
That's great.
I'm very proud of my performance that night. And no matter how many excuses want to be made, the results are what they are. I don't care what the scores were. I don't care what, all I know is that I was victorious. That's it. There's nothing really more to say about that. I am always up for a rematch. And what I will say is very simple. I'm not going to tell you I will kick your butt next time we play. I didn't say it the first time. I won't say it. You will. You'll say we play. He said the other night, me and Corey could go up against Olympians and we would win. Can you believe this guy? He said that in front of like 44,000 people on YouTube. I don't understand the ego this guy has. But he believes he's the best player in the world. Well, he wasn't that night.
Bob, if you're still watching, this would be a good time to call.
Obviously, you all know I'm having fun. I adore Bob. I would do anything for that guy, including embarrass him on the ping pong table. But hey, you know what? We can have some fun, can't we? It was a good time. We had a real good time. Alexander Engelhart actually was a hustler with that game that night. He got up on the table. He's like, I've never played before in my life. I don't even know what this is. And he beat everybody that he played, but I never played him though.
Oh, Regina Philange said, I prefer air hockey. Do you remember that? Do you remember when you played me?
I'm not good at air hockey.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
I whoop butt at air hockey. Yeah.
All joking aside, was great to see you again, John. Love you, brother, and thanks for the help Friday night. You see what he's doing now? You see exactly what he's doing now. But no, it is true, though. This is all obviously in good fun. I would do anything for Bob. And he had to talk about it on Monday night, so I had to give my response. It's a good time. We had fun that night. What I told you is exactly what happened, but it was a good time. And I would absolutely love the opportunity to play him and Corey again. Cause it was fun. I don't care if I win. I don't care if I lose. I'm going to be a whole lot happier if I win, but I don't care if I lose. I've lost at a lot of things.
Yeah, you lost a lot of people watching. Like we had 44,572 and now we only have like 203.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I've given up on talking about fish the entire hour and a half because I just can't do it. I can't talk about fish for the entire hour and a half. It just doesn't work for me. My brain doesn't work that way. Got to talk about ping pong a little bit. But yeah, thank you for letting me do that. Thank you for letting me vent my frustrations. And Bob, you will be hearing from my lawyer very soon. The law offices of Lisa Hudson Incorporated. What do we got going on in here tonight? That was fun. There's Alexander Engelhart with the 20 gifts. That's awesome. Y'all that got the free memberships, don't forget to come hang out with us next Wednesday. Bard's Tail Goldens. What a cool... I'm so glad that person's a member because they're a golden retriever person.
Oh, yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Joe Provenzano. This is because I didn't have to pay for shipping. Thanks, John and Lisa. Well,
awesome.
You're supposed to take advantage of that. That's but hey,
I'm pretty sure I packed his last order too. Yeah.
Did you send him the wrong heaters or did you send him the right ones?
Shut. I made a huge mistake.
We
you guys.
all do.
I did. I don't know who it was to because I just got so confused. But I did all the orders last week. When John was gone Thursday, Friday, and Monday, and I accidentally sent the wrong heaters to somebody. But I can admit when I did something wrong.
I mean, hey, I would be able to say something about that if I had never made a mistake packing orders, but I've made plenty, so it is what it is.
And I can see, I remember doing that. That's the thing. It's like I specifically remember doing that, so. It
happens. Ligate 12, are you growing the beard because you finally saw my profile pic and my glorious beard? I do see it. It is glorious, and let me just tell you, when you have when you have somebody that you interact with online and their avatar is just the letter, like yours used to be L, you develop this mental image, like you have this image in your head of what you think that person looks like. Not at all what you look like in your avatar picture. That is a glorious beard. Good for you. No, I started growing this because I want to emulate Bob Steenfott. That's why I did this.
what?
No. Wow, that face. Bob's a good-looking man. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying there's already one Bob in the world. We don't need two.
No. I did it because I've been walking around for 25 years with the same look, and I thought I would switch things up. That's all. And she likes it.
Oh, so, yeah. I really like it a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, it's, I didn't think she would. I didn't know she would. She made the mistake of about a month ago saying that gray facial hair is distinguishing on a man. I said, I got plenty of that. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So now here we are. But yeah, that is a glorious beard you've got going on there, Ligate. Good for you. I'm not going to let mine go like that. I think mine, the length of mine is not going to be much longer than it is right now. I'm going to let it fill in right here a little bit, mustache, but I'm not going big with the beard. And on the topic of beards and on the topic of Bob Steenfott, I realized something in Aquachella instantaneously when I saw him. I've seen him in person before. We've hung out, but I haven't seen him in a few years. And it just hit me out of nowhere how much he looks like Liev Schreiber. Now, you don't know who Liev Schreiber is.
Who?
Liev Schreiber is the guy.
Who looks like him?
Bob. Who's on first? What's on second? And I don't know is on third.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bob Steenfott looks like an actor by the name of Liev Schreiber.
Oh.
If you don't know who that is, he played Sabretooth on the Wolverine movies. He played Ray Donovan. That's probably his biggest role. He's the narrator for all of the HBO sports series. He's got a magical voice. Bob looks like a combination of Liev Schreiber, and you're welcome, Bob, because that's a massive compliment. A combination of Liev Schreiber and Tom Segura. It's a combination of the two is what Bob looks like. I've known Bob since 2015, I think, 16. It never occurred to me until I saw him at the event. And he really does look a lot like Liev Schreiber. Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Well, actually, there was this really cool comment, and I wanted to tell you. It says, it's from Texas Fish Room. He said, John gets his beard. Lisa now gets to sleeve her arm. Yeah.
We talked about that last night.
Yeah. I already got like artwork and everything.
Bob's a bit bigger. Yeah, Bob's a little bigger, but Liev Schreiber is one of those like Hollywood people that starves himself, and Bob's
to you, he's what, 2 inches, 3 inches taller?
At least 3 inches. He says he's 6'1". He towers over me. I don't know what measuring tape they've used to measure him, but
I think, honestly, I met Bob in 2019, I think, and I think he's absolutely adorable, and I think all the ladies in here should go and, go give him a call or something, because...
Penny, Bob is not married. He is yours for the taking.
Bob is single.
If you live...
I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know, but...
Nope, he is available, and he's a catch, that guy. Not much on the ping pong table, but he's a catch with everything else.
He's not good at ping pong, but Bob is absolutely adorable, you guys. You give him a call. DM him. Is that what you say these days?
I guess so.
DM. Send him, slide in his DMs.
There it is. Slide in his DMs. No, listen, Bob did do something that meant a lot to me. I did not expect him to do this. This is me I'm being truthful with you. I'm not messing around here. He went in and watched my entire talk on Sunday at Aquachella, and it meant a lot.
I've done that before.
Well, yeah, of course you have. You're kind of obligated to.
Yeah, true.
Bob and Alexander Engelhart, which, Alexander, I'm probably going to say your name wrong a couple times tonight. It's just going to happen. I asked you about it in person, and we clarified things, but I'm probably still going to say it wrong.
I'm pretty sure Regina Phalanges told you twice in the member stream how to say it, too.
He told me from his mouth how to say it.
My bad.
I know how to say it, but... Isn't the guy that played Jaime Lannister, isn't his name Alexander Everhart? Fact check me on that. That's what messes me up.
I know exactly what you mean because I've heard that too.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I know there is an actor out there named Alexander Everhart. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Oops.
Oh my gosh. Comment section. Select pet. I did not mean it that way.
Okay. It's not popping up the way I wanted it to. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. But there's somebody out there named Alexander Everhart, and it's going to mess me up when it's time to say Engelhart. But I'm trying. He sat in there also, and a lot of people did. But I wasn't expecting Bob to, and so that meant a lot. Had a lot of fun doing my talk on Sunday, and I thank you to everybody that had VIP tickets that got to come out there and do it. We had a full house in there, which I was really surprised about. I made the joke of thinking, Aaron Eckhart. See, that's it. But Aaron Eckhart's the guy from The Dark Knight, right? What's the guy that plays... Jaime Lannister. What's his name?
I don't know.
Aaron Eckhart is the guy that plays Two-Face on The Dark Knight. Eckhart is Jaime Lannister? I'm so confused, but it doesn't matter. Alexander, he did say he prefers to be called Alexander. I'm going to say your name wrong, and I apologize.
Well, just call him Alexander.
But he was in there too, and he was also our chauffeur for the weekend. Even though he got us into a shady situation, I appreciate that very much. So anyway, MG3919 became a member, or actually 20 months ago, but then said 13 months. Woohoo. It says 20 months on mine. Thank you all for getting me back into the hobby. Wow, that's a humongous compliment. We are so glad that we've been able to help. Nicolaj Koster, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then I was totally wrong. Maybe it's Aaron Eckhart that I am... Aaron Eckhart is not the same at y'all at all. You're a bad ad, my... What? I don't know what's happening here. I was wrong about Alexander Everhart. Maybe I just made that up. I don't know. But That's what I always want to say. And I don't know how to say Nicola Costa. I don't know how to say that guy's name, but he's a good actor. Anyway. Rachel Schildman, I hope I'm saying that right, became a member. Welcome to the team, Zen Ginger. Ahem. I expect a 36-month badge icon by the time I get there. Please and thank you. I guess we ought to come up with that.
Oh, yeah. We should.
I mean, I always thought Bubbles was going to be like the elite of the elite, but now like so many people are past that. We got to think about that. Got to think about what that would be. Got to be something special for sure. Mary Paige Flynn, haven't seen that name in a while. Doesn't mean you haven't been around. I just haven't seen the name. With a smiley face emoji. Thank you so much for that, my lady. Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. It was great to see you, John. Wish you could have made it, Lisa.
Aww.
Let me tell you all something about Jay Oliver and his beautiful wife and adorable son, who I annihilated. I showed no mercy whatsoever.
At ping pong?
At cornhole.
Cornhole.
That kid didn't stand a chance.
Mean to everybody.
I told him, look, I am not taking it easy on you, kid. I think he's 12. I ain't afraid of a young person. But let me tell you something about Jay Oliver and his entire family. They are workhorses. It's the truth. They show up to those events, and it's basically, what can I do to help the entire time I'm here?
Aww.
I mean, it's unbelievable to see.
So nice.
I wish I could be that good of a person, but I'm clearly not.
Yeah, you pick on little kids.
His son
and Bob
is a blast. We had fun. He got a couple of bags in the hole. He was playing well, but he stood no chance against your boy. But no, Jay Oliver. I don't know that the event would have gone on the way it did had it not been for you and your wife, your son who tolerated y'all doing that, and Carrie and Jesse. The four of y'all, rock stars. And I love your dog too. Phoenix. I remember the dog's name.
Phoenix.
Loved that dog. So much fun. Anyway, I love dogs. E90 Austin, 3 months already. See, when you're having fun, time, it just flies by. Feel free to interrupt me anytime you want.
I don't have connection.
Oh. Why?
I can't see chat.
Why?
Mine, it's just a circle.
Uh-oh. Well, it's not on here.
Well, you know what? I don't need chat for plant of the day.
Oh, well, there you go.
So plant of the day is going to be basil. If you live in the South, you need basil. I have about 8 plants potted, and it smells really good to me, but the bugs hate it. Bugs,
what it smells like.
Bugs hate, gnats hate basil. So when I found out that this was a deterrent, of gnats, I went to Walmart a month or so ago, and I took all of their basil and brought it home, and I repotted it in my other starter pots that I use when I propagate plants. So I guess in the fall, once they go away, I hope I'll start using it for like baking or something. Like maybe I'll put it in food. But for now, it is not for baking. It is strictly for preventativeness with bugs. I have them in the fish room. I have them in the warehouse. I have them all over the place. And you may even drive by one day and just see me walking around the yard with it because it works. I've even taken the leaf and broke it in half, and I just put basil all over me, and I smell like basil. Yeah.
Must have been when I was gone, because that didn't smell all that good to me.
Wow. I have been using it.
Somebody asked, do we name our fish? I have 3 fish that have names. Only 3. And that's my bikers. And it's crab, goyle, and Draco. Those are the only fish that I have. I've named fish in the past. I have not come up with good names for the Oscars. And I've had them like 3 years. So we're pretty much past that. I don't know that we can name them now.
The only thing I have named right now is I had moved all of the adult mystery snails out of the tank with the babies. And there was a hitchhiker baby on one of the adult snails that I put into the new tank, and it's grown and it's like this big now, and I named him Zoom Zoom.
Nice.
Because he's just like, he zooms right along, and then there's the adults, so he's so cute. Zoom Zoom.
Scott, I'm sorry. I'm going to struggle with this. Stankovic, I hope I'm saying that properly. Great to meet you, John. Best wishes for your son at Navy RTC. Go Army. Yeah, he's graduating in about a month, I guess.
September 23rd.
We'll be going to Chicago for that. That'll be fun.
He messaged me and said that he was recommended to sign up for honor guard. Is it called honor guard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he said he's doing really good. He's like number 1 in his the division he's in, him and his bunkmate, and that he's just doing really good. So
I knew he was going to kill it. I told him he was going to. This is going to be a walk in the park for him.
Well, I think when you have an older brother that's a Marine telling you Navy, and acting like that, I think that kind of makes him want to work harder. Like, I'm going to show him.
He did make the comment Navy SEAL a couple times.
No, he's not.
He will be showing up his brother if he does that. I tell you that.
He's not going to do that. I know. No way. I would. Yeah, I'll tell him no. I think what's funny is when we went to take him and drop him off at the recruiting station to leave for boot camp, and they're doing all that last minute stuff before when he has to go to MEPS and do all that to leave. And she goes, "Oh, and do you know how to swim?" I was like,
Now you ask?
Now you ask?
For the branch of the military that's on the water.
He's been coming here for an entire year doing PT, working out every single week, and now you ask, can you swim? Yes.
But Scott, I have to be brutally honest with you. I met 1,000 people, so I am not able to remember exactly who you were, but there wasn't a face I met the whole weekend at Aquachella that wasn't a joy to meet. So I can confidently say it was a pleasure meeting you too, my friend.
Send
Thank
a
you.
picture through email and say, this is me.
No, don't do that. That's weird. Please don't
and
do
then
that.
He'll say,
I don't want you to do that.
Then he'll say, I know who that is. He's really bad with names. I know how he is.
Stephen P. says, how long have I been a member of this super serious competitive table tennis channel? 29 months. That's a long time, but not as long as Fisher and Fever. Stephen P. is weird. Not him as a person. The situation is weird because he was there. I barely saw him.
Really?
How did I not see you more, Stephen P., and interact with you more? I don't even know if we interacted at all. And that makes no sense to me.
That is
maybe because he is such an awkward person, he just avoided me.
Stephen, you didn't have to do that. I wasn't there. It's not like I was going to pull you back up on the stage again like I did last year at Dallas. If you thought John was going to do it, he's not like that.
I pulled Bob up there, and that was fun. I had Bob on my stream. Well, it's not my stream. I was on the Aquachella stream, and when he told me, I think he told me Wednesday of last week that he was going. I didn't believe him, but I said, if you are going, you're going to be on the stream with me on Saturday because I lost my partner. Actually, I didn't know until, who cares? It doesn't matter. Fisher and Fever was supposed to be there. Unfortunately, he fell ill and was not able to be there. And he was supposed to be on the stream with me. So when that fell through, I told Bob he's streaming with me. So if you want to see that, Bob and I streaming together, in person together, go to the Aquachella channel and you'll see that. And then you'll see where I completely unintentionally disrespected my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to. Mm-hmm. I feel horrible that it happened, but...
and I bet you didn't even know I was in chat, did you? Because you didn't recognize my name.
Well, I could barely see the chat because I was there.
It's huge, big letters. It says Roots and Whiskers.
I didn't have my 27-inch iMac sitting in front of me there. I had my little teeny phone, which was way down there, and
Right.
there was like 4,000 people sitting there watching us live at the event. It was very chaotic, very stressful. And I was going to say Stephen P. has been a member for a long time, but not as long as Fish Room Fever. And he said, I actually do have video of you and Jason playing. Now, see, that wouldn't be fair to show that video because I am somebody that very much plays down to my competition. That is not directed at Bob. That's completely directed to my good friend Jason, who is not a table tennis player. Never has been. I think he may have played the very first time in his life when we played that day. So I wasn't really.
Last year
Yeah.
when you all played?
Yeah.
But
He wasn't.
you played in Chicago.
No.
Chicago at Greg's place upstairs, right? You played up there.
Did we play ping pong there?
I don't know. Didn't you knock somebody over? Y'all knocked someone
We
down?
played basketball and I knocked Fish Room Fever over. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
He was standing
Dallas-
there like a brick wall, and I'm like, there's no brick wall that's going to stop me. And I just went right through him.
Goodness gracious.
Like the Michelin Man. I was like, what are you doing? Pff, get out of my
Oh my
way.
gosh.
And he ended
Okay.
up on the floor, like way over there. I felt really bad.
Tracy Simone asks at KG Tropicals, how's the other half of the beta room coming? John's been working on it.
Today.
Yeah.
Put some working on it.
Yeah.
There's something very special happening in there right now that I don't know if that woman sitting right there wants to talk about it or not, but something very, very cool happened. You do or you don't?
No, I mean, I'm breeding betas again. I'm breeding betas. So,
It's happening.
yep, lots of babies.
It is happening, and then someday you will see them on the website. Stephen P. gave $10 to the ping pong table repair fund. That was a wobbly table. It was kind of all over the place, and it was not the best table to play on. But you know what? I'm going to play on whatever I got, and that's just what it is. So I will pass that $10 along to that establishment if we go there again next year. It was so hot in Dallas this year. Good Lord.
I know. That's why I stayed. North Carolina, where it's hot.
It was
too.
only 98 degrees here.
Yeah.
It was like 110
Jeez.
there. And I like the heat, but I was walking through and I was like, I don't know how people do this. Like, this is bad.
I could not do that.
Rocky and Miles asked, are you going to do more videos on the Money Pit channel? That channel is kind of put on hold.
Hey, what about your shirt?
Team CJ?
No. Your shirt.
Oh, the other one. Oh, I didn't bring it down here.
Aw.
I got the coolest shirt. I'm going to show it to you next week. I am going to bring it down here. I promise you. His feet were not planted. It was not a charging foul. Fish Room Fever can't plant his feet. What are you talking about?
You're going to talk about the coolest shirt.
I was
Stop getting
walking.
sidetracked.
I was walking through the event, and it's, there's people everywhere. And this young man pulled me to the side. He was like, hey, I've got something for you. And I'm like, I've never seen this kid before in my life. Who is this? But he made me a shirt, and it's wild that this person just asked about the Money Pit channel, because I don't want to call him a kid. This young man took a shot from the only video that I've put up on that channel and made a really funny, I guess it's considered a GIF, because memes are videos, right? And GIFs or GIFs or however you say
Isn't
it.
it a GIF?
Do you say GIF or GIF? I don't know. GIF is the peanut butter, but who cares? He made a really cool GIF about it.
GIF.
And I will show that next week. It's really, really cool. And I was going to bring it down and show you, but I totally forgot. This is not anything official. They were giving these out at the show. So I'm not like officially Team CJ, even though I really should be.
Yeah,
I
you
just
kinda
got,
are.
during the stream, got a text from the national sales manager, not Jay. Jay's boss texted me 10 minutes ago. You want to know what he texted me? That the Shark Pros are shipping tomorrow from Florida, which means there's a possibility we might have them Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday, dummy.
Which is a real good possibility we'll have them Monday.
Yeah.
I lose track. I'm sorry. I don't know what day it is. I work from home and I don't know what day it is. So that's really, really good news. And he sent me John's the only YouTuber to pronounce CJ properly. We talked about that in Dallas. But why do I do that? Now I don't even remember what I was talking about. But they finally cleared customs. It took forever. It's not CJ's fault. It is what it is. So he sent me a picture of the trucks. It's a 53-foot semi-tractor trailer that was front to back, floor to ceiling Shark Pros.
Oh, thank goodness.
So many Shark Pros. We've got a ridiculous amount that have been back ordered. Thank you to everyone who's done that. And also thank you for your patience. But for those that have been reluctant to do that, I understand. We are ordering way more than, or we already have coming to us, way more than what is on back order. So if you've been waiting for them to come back.
2 of those truckloads are coming to us.
Yeah, practically. If you've been waiting for them to physically be back in stock and didn't want to back order them, they will be available early next week. And anybody who has back ordered them, yours will ship early next week. So there you go. Really, really excited about that. Patrick Murray, another man with a glorious beard in his avatar, says, I have a 125-gallon acrylic tank that is drilled for a sump. I'm going to change it to a canister filter. Do I need more than one FX4 filter for this tank? We right now have a 125-gallon discus tank, which everybody says is so fragile, that is running off of an FX4, and it is perfectly suitable for that tank. It is. It's perfectly fine. Now, if you're going to have 75 peacocks or imbunas in there, or something crazy, then you might want to have a little bit more than just an FX4. But an FX4 for a 125-gallon tank is perfectly fine, and we're proof of that because we've done it. We're doing it right now. We have a 125. Now, I did add a tidal filter to that, and that was the story I told, that the discus were freaking out when we first did the move. And I ran to the warehouse and grabbed a tidal and put it on there to get more water movement going on. And it's still on there. I just haven't taken it off. We're looking at it as, hey, it's on there. If we ever need an emergency filter, there it is. So, but the tank would be perfectly fine with just the FX4 on there. Great choice of filter too, by the way.
Well, I wanted to bring something up because we can now. We weren't really able to talk about it, like post a website or anything about it at the time because it wasn't finished yet. But we have somebody in chat who is also a subscriber and a member, and she's super awesome. And she started a website, a business where she's selling jewelry. It's fish related jewelry, and it's super cute. Her website is up now, and I'm gonna post the website. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing the link correctly, but I'll at least post it. And my name, if you don't know, my new name on YouTube is Roots and Whiskers, so that's who's posting it. Go check out her website and look at the jewelry. It's adorable. And it is called aquariagems.com. That's the website. There it is. I just posted it. And it's so cute. There's like little beta earrings and like necklaces, and it's absolutely adorable.
I had to look at my bobbleheads. Somebody asked about what team we're repping in the background, and I had to look at it because I was going to make a statement that would have been incorrect. It's Washington Capitals and Washington Nationals, and I was going to make the funny joke that there are no players still on the team that are on that are on that. But that wouldn't be true because there are two, or actually four Steven Strasbergs and two Sean Doolittles, and they're still on the team. And Patrick Corbin, probably not for long, but he's back there too.
I wasn't done, by the way.
Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to say that it's Danielle Castanito. Did I say her name right?
Nope, because you said O at the end. And it's
she spelled it out too in the letter that time. She pronounced it. Yeah, it's Danielle's website. So anyways.
Comment of the day by far today. Scruffy City Aquatics. I'm experiencing some beard envy from that masterpiece growing on John's face.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Zen, for posting that.
I didn't think I would like having a beard, but I do. I like it. It's fun. I go like this a lot.
And it smells so good because you use that stuff.
Beard brand. Old money. That's what it's called.
Super yummy.
That's what the scent is called. She said super yummy. Did you hear her? She said it.
Super yummy. I love it.
Furloughs Aquatics next Orlando show. We are finding a ping pong table and I'm taking y'all to school. See, I don't do what this guy's doing. I don't talk trash because I don't know how good Furlough is. He doesn't know how good I am or Bob is. Bob's a good player. Corey's a good player. Zenzo's a good player. Corey beat Zenzo. And I said, good job, Zenzo. I mean, if you want your next raise, you might want to go ahead and miss a few. You know what I'm saying? But Furlough doesn't know. He's seen this athleticism. He's been in the presence of this athleticism a lot of times. I don't know why he would talk trash like that, but you may regret that, my friend. And Steenfot he did come out with this one earlier. I already read it, but I'll read it again. All joking aside, was great to see you, John. Love you, brother, and thanks for the help Friday night. That was an interesting story too. But
when he lost his phone?
Yeah, because he texted me that he was there, and I said, okay, cool. We're up on the second floor. Come on up here. And then nothing for like an hour. And I'm like, what? And I sent him, I hate when people do this to me, but I sent him the question mark text. No response. And I'm like, see, he is playing games. He ain't here. But then he walked in the door. And I was like, what? He left his phone in the cab. And he battled all night. I called his phone 50 times. A couple other people called his phone. The hotel was calling his phone.
You told me, and I was going to start sending messages like, whoever has his phone, give it back now, you jerks. But
if you had done that, it probably wouldn't have worked out as well as it did. The guy finally did answer and brought the phone back to Bob, which was cool. I was relieved because I know I was miserable for him not having his phone. You go halfway across the country and then you don't have your phone. What a nightmare that would have been. And then Danielle said, when you guys first started your business, how long was it before it really started to pick up? I heard it takes a year for new businesses to profit. It took a lot longer than that for us. But
wait, you're talking about when we first started in the very beginning? Because this go around, it wasn't our first time having the website.
That's true. I mean, when we started this website back up again 2 years ago, we were never without our, I think he's here. The person that gave me the shirt is here.
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
It's Boulder Beta. He may say Boulder Beta. But yeah, I'm going to address that a little bit more. And there he is again. He's in the chat now. I see he's super chatted. So the kid gives me a shirt and then he super chats on top of that. Come on. You're spoiling me here. But I think, Danielle, a lot of it has to do with the type of business that you start up. My furniture repair business was profitable day one. But there was very little overhead. It was a job that was in high demand. And, a retail business or an art type business like yours, I would, and I don't mean to scare you when I say this, but I would be prepared to go quite some time without profiting. This way, if you do start putting some money in your pocket early, then it's a bonus. But
well, I recommend that everybody go check it out, and they're wonderful gifts.
Yes, indeed. I can't reach them, but they're right there. And she's the one that sent me the glorious Severus Snape, which you can't see. And there's a bobblehead standing right next to Severus Snape that I'm not going to let you see because 2022. But another gift from somebody else. But yeah, Danielle has spoiled us, and I love it so much. She also gave me some stuff to use in a future Harry Potter tank.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know if I'm going to make another attempt at it, but I got those 4 things sent to us. The 3D models, I could do it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. And then Boulder Beta came in and said, hey, did you enjoy the green screen, the green screen bathroom? I absolutely did. It is glorious. And you're right. I'm going to be careful washing it because you gave me, you don't know this, but you gave me the biggest compliment any person could ever give. And in person, you were probably like, oops, but it's a large. And I'm a little bigger than a large. So I have to be careful washing that because if it shrinks anymore, it ain't going to fit over this superior athletic body that I have here. That was a ping pong joke. But anyway, but no, I did put it on and it's not going to take too many washes before it's not going to fit on me anymore. But it looks really, really good. And if it does shrink too small for me, she can wear it. It's perfect. So I did enjoy it very much. I was absolutely not expecting that. And that was a real treat. That was, I mean, when it's something personal like that, that's a big deal. That cracked
me up when he showed me that. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny.
If you don't know, the picture is me going like this. Watch the Money Pit video and you will see that part in there. He screenshotted it from there. It's very, very cool. I don't remember the exact wording on it, so I don't want to I don't want to say it wrong, but yeah, thank you for that. That really did mean a lot. And it was unfortunate because I was on my way somewhere and he was on his way to another place. And so I didn't get to spend much time with him, but I would have loved to have gotten to know you a little better there. You seem like a good kid, but maybe next time. We'll have to see. Van Tran said, hey, John, my Oscar jumped out of the tank 3 days ago. Now sitting at the bottom of the tank, still breathing, but barely, also not eating. Please help. Okay. Been there. Been there. Before we lived together, I had my Oscar in a tank in my daughter's bedroom. He was only about 6 inches at that point. And he was in a 29. Don't judge me. He was in a 29. He was small.
Here comes Bob. With the 6-inch joke again. He said you don't know what 6 inches is in the chat earlier, something like that. That's why I think it's funny that you use the same term again.
I can't talk about why Bob is saying that.
Okay.
It's an inside joke.
I can imagine. You may continue your story about the Oscar.
So Van, my Oscar was about 5 inches, let's say, just so Bob doesn't freak out. And the tank was up on top of a piece of furniture. So it was like 5 feet up in the air and then, way up there. And I went to net him. We were moving in together and I was moving the tank and I went to net him and he jumped over me and onto the ground behind me, onto hardwood floors.
It was like plop.
It made a vicious sound when it hit the ground. That fish lived another 6 years. Did the same thing you're talking about. He was a little, he was a little shook up, but when we put him back in the tank and everything, he bounced back after a little while. You have to think about it. I know people don't like human analogies, but to me, it's the thing that makes the most sense. If you fell off the roof, you probably wouldn't have much of an appetite for a few days either, because you would be like, it hurts. So cut him some slack, keep his water super clean. That is the best medicine for your fish. And eventually he'll snap out of it. He should anyway. You never know. That's a tough deal, but hopefully he pulls through. I hope he does. Kendall Cook became a member. Welcome to the team. Neil Carroll, howdy, John. It was so great meeting you on Sunday. Lisa, sad to miss you, but maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
We found a pet sitter. We did.
Mm.
And it's one of the 2 people in North Carolina that we know. We know 2 people, and she's one of them.
And she knows another person too, because they do it like they do the pet sitting together. Like it's a part-time thing. It's not, but they've been doing it for years and years and years. And like she has a farm with horses and all that. But she's the UPS person.
Yep, not the UPS driver, but works at the UPS facility where we drop our.
She's
stuff
the
off.
one that told me about the basil, and as soon as she told me that, I ran out and bought all the plants. And when I told her I did that, she just cracked up. She's like, "Oh my gosh."
Texas Fish Room, 36 months should be an Oscar. I believe I already read that, and I really like that idea.
Yeah.
I've already got the image.
I don't like that idea.
Of course, she doesn't like that idea, but I like it.
I don't like that.
How about
idea.
the arowana?
No. I think it should be like, I think it should be the original KG Tropicals logo.
I like that logo. I just don't know that that's like significant enough.
The original KG Tropicals logo? Not significant enough?
If Bubbles was not at 24 months, I would say that would be good at 24 months and then Bubbles at 36. I just don't know that that logo is worthy of like the highest level. Excuse me. Good Lord. We'll have to see. We'll figure something out. It'll be fun. Ryan Gloff. Hey, new to the channel and hobby. Welcome. Love the channel. Thank you so much. I'm battling nitrite in fresh cycle with a bunch of fish. Any suggestions other than water changes when prime won't detoxify it all and feed less? I mean, that is the best suggestions. You have to think about 2 things. You have to allow the bacteria to grow to counter that nitrite while also keeping your fish alive. The water changes, water only, not cleaning off anything else, but water only water changes and prime to help your fish get through it, and then patience. That's the way you have to do it. Now, there is really good products out there like Fritzzyme 7, the Turbo Start, which that's something I would suggest if you're going to buy that, you buy it like at your local pet store who has it refrigerated, because that product has to be refrigerated. That's why we don't sell it. But the Fritzzyme 7 works extremely well. We do sell that. Everybody sells that. But there's also, Fluval has one, Dr. Tim's has one, Quick Start. There's a bunch of products out there that is live bacteria. Throw some of that in there to help boost the cycle. Do your water changes, use your prime or complete, and that way you help your fish get through it. That's the way to do it. I know that's not, you said any suggestions other than that. I know you didn't want to hear that, but that really is, it's really the answer. I mean, it's the way we do it. Westworld, so just when you think that you're, here we go. He's doing it again. He didn't get me in the members only stream. So just when you think that you're all right, I'm calling out from the inside. I never hurt anyone. I never listen at all. I'm singing the song in my head. I can't think of the name. It's another Breaking Benjamin song. I can't think of the name of it though. Can you talk for a second so I can?
I don't know what it is.
No, I'm not asking you what it is. I'm saying
I don't even know any songs by Breaking Benjamin. I don't think.
Rocky and Miles just did it.
Carl
for 36 months.
Yeah, Carl. If you look back far enough on our Instagram, like the KG Tropicals Instagram, and you go back like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years or something. Carl, there's a picture of Carl in there because back when he was first, like the stray cat that was walking around, at least I thought he was a stray cat. He would come to our house and he'd get food from us. He'd leave. He was on the Facebook neighborhood page. And people were like, do you know this cat? Do you know this cat? Because Carl was going everywhere. And for like a year, he was just this wandering cat. And I started letting him in, and he would come in, and he was wanting to stay in. So I got a litter box, and I let him come in. He would be an indoor-outdoor cat. But then he started getting sick, and he went to the bathroom in the shower, John's shower specifically, and peed blood. And I was like, oh no, I've got to make him an indoor cat. I took him to the vet. They treated him and all that. And so I made him an indoor cat. I had taken him to get like scanned and all that as far as a chip goes, and nobody claimed him. So I kept him. And then I'm getting ready to tell on myself. We moved to North Carolina. Like when we were moving to North Carolina, I wanted to double check and make sure all of the cats had chips. And they did. The funny thing is I forgot that they all were chipped when I had them spayed or neutered. But I wanted to double check their numbers and get everybody registered and updated, because we were moving here from Virginia, and it's a lot different at shelters here than it is there. Like I know everything in King George, as far as like the shelters and the rescues, and I just know how to get a hold of people, and I did a lot in that area with cats. So when we were moving here, I knew that there was a lot of kill shelters and stuff, and I didn't want any of the cats to get lost. So I got everybody registered, and when I had taken Carl to get double checked for his number, they said, I was like, I don't remember if I got him chipped or not, because I had a brain toot, and they said he's already chipped, and I was like, oh, okay, I just don't remember that. And they were like, he was chipped way back, and they told me when, and it was way before I had taken him to the vet to get taken care of back in like 2015. And so they gave me the number, they gave me like his ID number in the chip, they gave me the number to the pet place, whichever one it was, because I have two that I use for the chips. And I called them, and they said that he was never registered by the original owner, and that they had documentation of us calling back when I found him, and other people too prior to that had been calling to try to see if he belonged to anybody. So basically he had an owner that just either didn't want him anymore, left him as an outdoor cat, didn't get him vet care or whatever. And I ended up taking him. So long story short, because this is a long story, they wouldn't let me register him. They ended up not letting me register him because there had to be some kind of a agreement to let him go or something. It was really weird. So I just stole him and brought him to North Carolina. I mean, I've taken care of him for 7 years, vet care and everything else, and nobody claimed him. So yeah.
Just so everybody knows, I'm not trying to interrupt you. It just started really raining here, and severe rain in our area means Elon Musk will probably let us down. Thankfully, we're coming to the end of the stream. So if we do end up going out, that's why. We're not just bouncing on y'all.
So basically what I was trying to get at as far as Carl being the logo, he's been around for so long, he might as well be.
Yeah, he's been a part of this for a long time. Regina Phalanges with $50 says, no words, well won, thanks. You're thanking us? Seriously? Really?
Aww.
That's what you're doing here?
Regina,
we can't thank you enough. You're too much here. Oh man, Audrey Paquette. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. I'm probably wrong. You guys inspired me to upgrade my Beta Spike to a 9-gallon Fluval Flex.
Oh.
It's my first planted tank. He's got some chili raspberry friends now too. Any name ideas for the chilies? Thanks again. Look up all the names. I only know Flea and the other one. Look up all the names of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Boom. There you go. Obviously, that's what you need to do. What else are you going to do when they're chilies? I got to get through these because I don't want the internet to cut out and people not get shouted out. The Arg Blue, I recognize that face in the avatar. John, great to meet you. I hope you both, I hope you got the photos. I have not been on Instagram, but I'm sure they're there and I will see them. She took pictures of me on stage doing the talk.
Oh, I don't. Who is it?
The Arg Blue is the name on here. I don't know if it's the same on Instagram, but I'm sure we got them, and I appreciate that very much.
I'll have to look. I'll definitely double check.
Melissa Jeswald with the #1 fan. Another one. You're the #1 fan of us? No.
Aww,
it goes the other way, lady. Thank you so much for that. Atul's, this one's hurting me. Shanoy, I hope I'm saying that right, became a member. You're going to have to make sure you help me out with that in the members only stream next week because I need to know that I'm saying your name right. This one isn't moist. Just wanted to say thank you for the send over for the fill in the live stream last Thursday. Absolutely. You were doing us a favor by covering our spot, bailing both of us out. Thank you, Rico Stan. Alexander Engelhart, even though he's gifted 20 memberships earlier, still decided to come in and give a $5 super chat. You failed to recognize the true champion of that night's table tennis game, the handrail. It's true. With this being on the second floor, there were a few balls that got hit so hard, usually from my racket, so much force and so much spin that they left the table and went down onto the first floor and people had to throw it back up to us. It was.
I've still got to go to the fish house and feed.
Okay. It does say we're back on. Let's get this real quick here, folks. I don't know if we're back on or not. I hope we are. I apologize. Like I said, there's a big storm coming through or not because of this storm, but might as well just go ahead and let you close things out because I think we're going that way anyway.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. If you hear me, have a great night and go check out Fisher and Fever. He should be up next, I'm pretty sure. And if we're still on, I'm sure Zen will post a link to that. So have a wonderful night, a great weekend. We'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.